Presented by Cursed by the Witch. Warning, use headphones before listening to horror podcast story.
The Coven's last breath is a bone-chilling tale of dark witchcraft, betrayal, and the lingering consequences of ancient curses. Set in the airy and desolate countryside of Blackthorn Hollow, the story revolves around an ancient coven of witches, their deadly secrets, and the prize of power that has haunted the land for centuries. At its center is Margaret Hale, a young woman who unwittingly stumbles into the dark legacy of the coven and must face the evil they left behind. Part 1. The Dark History of Blackthorn Hollow. The village of Blackthorn Hollow has always been isolated from the rest of the world, shrouded in mystery and fear. For generations, villagers have whispered about the Blackthorn Coven, a group of powerful witches who once ruled the area with dark magic and blood rituals. The coven was led by the infamous witch Matilda Blackthorn, whose cruelty knew no bounds. The witches drew their strength from ancient forbidden magic, using blood sacrifices to maintain their immortality and power. They were feared by all, their influence extending into every corner of the hollow. But the coven's reign of terror came to a violent end centuries ago, when the villagers, in a desperate attempt to break free from the witches' grip, banded together and stormed their hideout in the Blackthorn Manor, a grand, decaying mansion hidden deep in the woods. It is said that the witches, cornered and powerless, cursed the land with their dying breaths, vowing to return one day and exact their revenge. The coven was thought to be wiped out, but the curse remained, and the hollow has been haunted ever since by strange occurrences, disappearing villagers, eerie howls in the night, and the unsettling feeling that something evil still lurks in the shadows. For centuries, the truth behind the coven's demise was buried, and the villagers continued to live in fear of what might still lie in wait in the abandoned Blackthorn Manor. Part 2. Margaret Hale and the Blackthorn Legacy. In the present day, Margaret Hale, a young woman with a mysterious lineage, returns to Blackthorn Hollow after inheriting the decrepit Hale estate from her estranged grandmother. Margaret knows little of her family's past, but soon after her arrival, she begins to experience unsettling dreams, visions of women in dark robes, chanting in forgotten languages, and blood-soaked rituals beneath the full moon. These dreams feel disturbingly real, as if they are memories passed down through her bloodline. Margaret's return to the hollow stirs the whispers of the villagers, who still remember the legends of the Blackthorn Coven. They warn her to stay away from Blackthorn Manor, claiming that the house is cursed, but Margaret is drawn to the old mansion, feeling a strange connection to it. Against her better judgment, she visits the mansion, where she uncovers an ancient, locked room deep in its catacombs. There, she finds a dusty blackened grimoire, the spellbook of Matilda Blackthorn herself. The book is bound in human skin, its pages filled with dark spells, blood curses, and incantations written in a language long forgotten. As Margaret begins to read the book, she learns the horrifying truth. Her ancestors were members of the Blackthorn Coven, and the power that flows through her veins is the same dark magic that once terrorized the village. The coven, once thought to be dead, is still very much alive, trapped between worlds, waiting for someone with the blood of Blackthorn to release them. Part 3. The Awakening of the Coven. Margaret's decision to read from the grimoire sets off a series of nightmarish events. The air around Blackthorn Hollow becomes thick with dread, and strange things begin to happen. Shadows in the woods seem to move with a life of their own, whispers echo in the night, and villagers start disappearing without a trace. Margaret herself begins to change, her skin pales, her eyes grow darker, and she feels the pull of the coven's power growing inside her. It becomes clear that the coven is not entirely dead but exists in a liminal space between life and death, waiting for someone to break the seal of their imprisonment. The more Margaret reads from the spellbook, the closer she brings the witches to returning. But with each spell she reads, Margaret feels herself slipping away, becoming less of herself and more of a vessel for the dark magic that flows through her blood. As the full moon approaches, Margaret begins to hear the voices of the witches in her mind. They speak to her in ancient tongues, calling her to complete the ritual that will fully resurrect them. The Blackthorn Coven, led by Matilda, seeks to reclaim their lost power and bring a new reign of terror to the Hollow, and they need Margaret to be the one to finish what they started. Part 4. The Ritual of Blood. Desperate to stop the awakening of the Coven, Margaret seeks the help of Father Elias, the village's last surviving priest, who knows the truth about the Blackthorn legacy. Father Elias explains that the Coven's curse was never fully broken and that the only way to prevent their return is to destroy the grimoire and perform a counter-ritual to seal the witches away forever. But the ritual requires the ultimate sacrifice, Margaret's own life, as she is the last living descendant of the Blackthorn bloodline. With time running out, Margaret must decide whether to embrace the dark power within her or to sacrifice herself to save the village. As the night of the full moon arrives, the witches grow stronger, their voices becoming clearer, urging Margaret to join them in the ritual of blood, a ceremony that will bring them fully back to life. The atmosphere in Blackthorn Hollow grows heavy with supernatural energy, and the village becomes engulfed in chaos as the witch's presence manifests in terrifying ways. Dead villagers rise from their graves, the trees twist and groan with unnatural life, and dark, formless figures stalk the streets. Part 5. The Final Confrontation. Margaret, torn between her desire for power and her responsibility to stop the witches, makes her way to Blackthorn Manor, where the final ritual is set to take place. The manor, once silent and abandoned, is now alive with dark energy, the walls echoing with the chants of the Coven. In the grand hall, Margaret finds the spirits of the witches waiting for her, their twisted faces half hidden in the shadows. At the center of the room lies the blood altar, where Matilda Blackthorn awaits, her eyes glowing with malevolent intent. Matilda reveals that Margaret was always destined to complete the ritual. Her bloodline, tainted with the witch's dark magic, makes her the perfect vessel for Matilda's soul. If Margaret performs the ritual, she will become the new leader of the Coven, immortal and powerful beyond her wildest dreams. But if she refuses, the Coven will simply take what they need by force, plunging the entire village into eternal darkness. With Father Elias by her side, Margaret begins the counter-ritual, but the witches do everything in their power to stop her. The air crackles with dark magic, and the spirits of the witches lash out, trying to pull Margaret into their world. In a final act of defiance, Margaret completes the ritual, sacrificing her own life to seal the Coven away forever. As the final incantation is spoken, the witches let out a deafening scream, and their spirits are torn from the world, banished into the void. Part 6. The Aftermath. With the Coven defeated, Blackthorn Hollow begins to return to a semblance of normalcy. The dark energy that once hung over the village dissipates, and the villagers slowly emerge from their homes, no longer in fear of the witches. But the victory comes at a great cost. Margaret is gone, her sacrifice ensuring that the Blackthorn Coven will never rise again. Father Elias, heartbroken by the loss of Margaret, returns to the village, vowing to protect the Hollow from any future threats. The Blackthorn Manor, once the center of the Coven's power, stands abandoned once more, its secrets buried beneath layers of darkness and death. The grimoire, now nothing more than ash, can no longer be used to summon the witches, but the memory of their evil lingers in the Hollow, a reminder of the horrors that once plagued the land. Margaret's name becomes a legend in the village, spoken of with reverence and sorrow. She is remembered as the woman who saved Blackthorn Hollow from the witch's curse, but also as a tragic figure who was caught in a fate she could not escape. And though the coven is gone, the villagers know that the hollow will always be a place touched by dark magic, and that some things, once unleashed, can never truly be forgotten. The coven's last breath is a story of ancient curses, dark magic, and the thin line between power and destruction. It delves into the legacy of witchcraft and the consequences of bloodlines tied to evil forces. The tale weaves a web of suspense, dread, and the inevitability of fate, leaving readers haunted by the thought that sometimes, no matter how hard you try to escape the past, it finds a way to pull you back into the darkness.
Thank you for watching. Just like and subscribe.